Hello, this is Dr. Buckman, and this presentation is designed to provide you with the information needed to successfully apply for Practicum. The Practicum handbook and forms required to complete your Practicum application were attached to the email notifying you to view this video. If you've not done so, please download the Practicum handbook and the required Practicum forms and have the forms available before viewing the rest of this video. To ensure your Practicum application will be approved, please review this presentation carefully and follow the steps required to complete and submit all of the required documents. Please be aware of the message in red at the bottom of the slide, which states, please be aware that failure to follow the instructions in this video and failure to submit all of the required documents may impede your progress through the counseling program and delay your graduation. But first, the counseling program faculty would like to congratulate you on reaching this important milestone in your education and in your professional experience. Practicum is an exciting opportunity to put into action all that you've learned. This slide presentation will address each of the following topics. What is a practicum? What are the prerequisites for practicum? What is an appropriate practicum site? What qualifications must the practicum site supervisor meet? And what are the responsibilities my site supervisor must agree to fulfill? What forms must be completed, submitted, and approved by the counseling program faculty before I enroll in Practicum? How do I successfully complete the entire process of applying for Practicum? For example, selecting a Practicum site. Regardless of which counseling track you have selected, school counseling, student affairs and college counseling, or clinical mental health counseling, each one requires a student to successfully complete a practicum and eventually 2 internships. So, what is a practicum? A practicum is an applied course consisting of supervised placement within approved field sites such as community agencies, schools, or colleges, or universities. It allows students to practice basic counseling skills while applying knowledge and skills learned in previous coursework. Video recordings of direct service are required and will be used in individual and group supervision to improve your counseling skills. Since the entire counseling program faculty agrees with this requirement, no exceptions are granted. So please note at the bottom of this slide the message that the counseling program faculty agree that video recordings of direct service to clients and our students are required and will be used to improve a student's counseling skills. No exceptions. Before a student can enroll in Practicum, specific prerequisites are required. Students must have successfully completed the following prerequisites. Counseling 6403, Intro to Counseling Profession, 6413, Ethical, Legal, and Professional Issues, 6423, Counseling Theories, 6433, Basic Counseling Skills, 6443, Group Counseling, 6453, Human Development and the Helping Profession, 6463, Career Counseling, 6483, Assessment. On a case-by-case basis, the faculty will consider small deviations from these course requirements. For example, concurrent enrollment of a prerequisite with Practicum. If you believe your situation warrants such a consideration, please contact your advisor or the instructor of the Practicum course to discuss your situation. However, for official approval of your practicum site and permission to enroll in practicum, all required forms must be submitted before the deadline so that the entire faculty can review and either approve or disapprove your requests. Once you have determined that all practicum prerequisites have been successfully completed, you must locate a suitable practicum site. This slide indicates the general requirements of a practicum site. A practicum totals at least 100 hours at a practicum site. So the practicum site must agree to ensure that you can accrue a total of 100 hours working at the practicum site. Of that 100 hours, 40 hours must be direct service. This direct service is defined as counseling with actual clients and our students that can be video recorded and used in supervision to improve your counseling skills and techniques. The 100 hours, the minimum of 100 hours have to occur over a minimum of 10 weeks that you are present and working at the practicum site. The site will allow video recording. The site supervisor meets minimum requirements. We'll take a look at those in the next slide, and has signed all the appropriate documents, including the supervision agreement document. The site supervisor is able to provide a minimum of 1 hour per week of individual supervision. The site is approved by the SAU counseling faculty. See the practicum handbook and syllabus for further details. Since you must have a practicum site supervisor, this slide presents the qualifications and responsibilities of a site supervisor. These qualifications and responsibilities are also contained in the required forms. It is your responsibility to review the forms with a potential supervisor and ensure they are completed and signed. To be approved, a supervisor must have the following qualifications and agree to take on the following responsibilities. Qualifications include a minimum of a master's degree in counseling or a related profession with equivalent qualifications, including appropriate licensure. In the state of Arkansas, a licensed professional counselor would be an appropriate licensure. A minimum 2 years of pertinent professional experience in the program area, knowledge of SAU counseling program expectations, requirements, and evaluation procedures for students. Relevant training in counseling supervision. The state of Arkansas now has a designation of a certificate for counseling supervision. Responsibilities include provide a minimum of 1 hour weekly individual supervision in a confidential area, assist the student with the planning of the practicum experience, meet with the university supervisor at least once per semester, and maintain contact with the student university supervisor to express any concerns that may arise, provides the practicum student with the site policies, rules, and regulations pertinent to the student's role in the placement site. Particular emphasis should be placed on requirements for safeguarding client rights and confidential professional information. Provide the student with supervised opportunities to counsel students and our clients, and opportunities to participate in the planning and implementation of agency activities, and also the opportunity to meet with other staff members, for example, in staff meetings. Evaluate the student during the middle and end of the practicum semester. The first step in successfully completing the practicum application process is watching this video carefully and understanding all the information presented. Armed with this knowledge, the next step is to locate a qualified site and supervisor. Many students find it helpful to discuss potential practicum sites and practicum supervisors with other students who are already enrolled in practicum or internship. You may also contact current instructors of practicum and internship courses. And of course, you can always contact your academic advisor. Once you've narrowed your choices to a few options, then contact the site and the site supervisor to schedule an appointment to discuss becoming a practicum student at the site. Take your forms to the meeting to ensure the site and the supervisor meet the required qualifications and the site supervisor is able to take on the required responsibilities. If the practicum site and the supervisor meet the requirements and are willing to take on the responsibilities of you becoming a practicum student at the site, then complete the application and supervision forms, including making sure that they are signed. So before the posted deadline, see your original email notification, you must find a qualified site and supervisor, complete with signatures, and submit the following forms: application for supervised practicum, practicum supervision agreement, and submit the following two documents: and an official transcript. These can be found on Campus Connect. Proof of liability insurance with limits no less than $1 million. Don't worry, it doesn't cost you $1 million. It just covers your liability for up to $1 million. These are available from the American Counseling Association or American School Counselor Association. You can go to their websites and actually complete the entire application process, pay, and they'll also allow you to print off a proof of liability insurance. All of these forms and documents must be submitted to me, Dr. Buckman, at wrbuckman@saumag.edu before the posted deadline. Remember, it's best to submit all your documents together as email documents and or hard copies in a file with your name on it. Submitting them together ensures that I get them together and then I pass them on to other faculty members, all as a package. And so it's much less likely that forms and documents will be lost as I handle them and other faculty members review them. Immediately after watching this video, complete and submit the notification of successful viewing of this presentation document. It's attached to the original email that notified you to view this practicum application video presentation. We'll take another look at it in the last slide of this presentation. Remember that your practicum application isn't completed until we have this document indicating that you've completed viewing this presentation. It's very short, just a couple of questions, and then submit it to me as an email attachment. Once these forms and documents are submitted to Dr. Buckman, the faculty will meet and review them and decide whether to approve or not approve your practicum. You will be notified of the faculty's decision by email. Remember, you may not enroll in practicum or accrue any practicum hours before you are notified of the faculty's decision. In addition to discussing possible practicum sites with other students already enrolled in practicum or internship, or contacting current practicum or internship instructors, or discussing it with your advisor, the following list may be helpful. Public schools for school counselors, the Counseling Center at Southern Arkansas University, South Arkansas Regional Health Center, locations in El Dorado, Camden, and Magnolia, Day Springs, South Arkansas Youth Services, Granbury Counseling Centers, Samaritan Counseling Centers in Shreveport. This is just copy and paste this in your browser, and this takes you to a site that will allow you to search for possible practicum sites by zip code or city. And also there was an attachment in along with the original email, and it is a list of potential practicum internship sites. If you have questions, contact your advisor, or you can talk with the current practicum internship instructors or any counseling program faculty member. This includes me, Dr. Buckman. You can also contact Dr. Testa. He handles the student affairs and college counseling students. And Dr. Bloss handles school counseling. Last but not least, please open the document entitled Notification Successful Viewing of Practicum Presentation, and it was attached to the original email notifying you to view this video presentation. Complete the document, just a few questions, and then immediately after viewing this video and completing this document, send it to me, Dr. Buckman, at wrbuckman@saumag.edu. As always, the counseling faculty wishes you all the best in obtaining an approved practicum site, and we hope this video assists you in this endeavor. So good luck.